Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity. Today, we are hopefully going to get that multi-farm finished. We've got a skeleton outside, but we'll deal with him later. So the multi-farm, what do we need for that? It's been coming for a while, so the tension is killing me. We need to have some stone brick farm blocks, first of all. Now, we're building a 4x4x4 multi-farm, which means we will need 64 farm blocks. Now, the farm blocks are made from stone bricks. I've already got a load of those in my inventory. It's just for 4 smooth stone in a square gives you 4 stone bricks, so we've got plenty of those. We also we'll need 64 tin electron tubes, 2 stacks of 64 copper ingots, so 128, and we'll also need some wooden slabs. In here I do have the tin electron tubes. I've got the copper, that's fine. Let's go ahead and make the slabs. Just trying to remember slabs, that's how you do slabs, isn't it? There we go. And messed that up a little bit. Let's take those. We're a little bit over there, but we probably will need some extra anyway. So we've probably got enough to do those. So let's go ahead and put the stone bricks in there. Let me just confirm this. Yep. So stone bricks, tin electron tubes. Oh yeah, we need 2 stacks of 64 slabs, don't we? Of course. So I did miscount. So there, and what have we got there? Will we have enough? Probably. 62, we're just short. Oh no, there's more wood here. There we go, we'll have a few spare now. Right, there we are. So, we want the stone bricks at the top, and I am keeping some spare for a reason. We will want the tin electron tubes here. We want the copper either side, and we want slabs either side of that, and that's going to go ahead and give me 64 farm blocks. Brilliant. Now then, we will still need some extra stone bricks because I need to go around the outside of the farm blocks. But there's also some other types of blocks that we are going to need. Now, we've made everything from stone bricks, so we need to make sure that all the other parts are made from stone bricks. We're going to need a gearbox. So the gearbox is made from a farm block, and then we need 3 tin gears. Now, tin gears can be made in a couple of different ways, but basically it's 3 stone gears surrounded by tin ingots. I think we can manage that. I hadn't got all of my gears pre-made, unfortunately. I know we did have some basic gears left over. There we go, we've got some gears there. Did have some tin ingots around somewhere. I'm probably going to have to go and grab some from the smeltery though, aren't I? Oh no, we've got some tin ingots there. So let's go ahead and we need to make ourselves 3... no, only 3, not 4. So we need 3 tin gears. Okay. And with those tin gears, we are going to... What's the gearbox recipe again? Yep, just 3 gears in a row. So 3 gears in a row with 1 farm block above. And that will give us our farm gearbox. We're also going to need a farm hatch. So the farm gearbox is where we put the power in. We need the farm hatch, which is where we put the items in that we want to put in and take out. Now that needs 2 more gears and a trapdoor. We should have the stuff here to make it. So let's go ahead and make some sticks. Like so. So there's another gear. Let's make you into a stone gear. There we are. And then we're going to make you into 2 more tin gears. And we need to make a trapdoor. Which is it just 2? Is that a trap? That's a pressure plate. What's a trapdoor? My memory is going. That is definitely a pressure plate. Why have I forgotten how to make a trapdoor all of a sudden? Farm hatch. Trapdoor. It's 6 blocks. There we go. So, seemed like a lot of wood just to make... Oh, you get 2 trapdoors. Okay. So, that goes there. We've got a spare trapdoor now. Couple of gears. And a farm block. There we go. That gives us our hatch. Now we also need to build the valve. The valve is how we actually put the water in, and that is made with another tin gear and 2 bits of glass. Well, that will be easy enough, so let's go ahead and make wooden gear, stone gear, and then we put a piece of glass either side, farm block above, and that's screwed up because I didn't make it into a tin gear first. Knew there was a step that I'd missed. There we go. Tin gear, farm block above, glass either side. That gives us our farm valve. One more piece that we need is the actual controller, and that's a golden electron tube for this one. 2 redstone. How do we do the golden electron tube? 5 golden ingots and 2 redstone. We can do that. Golden ingots, we only have 4 here. Typical. 2 redstone we want. And we'll need another golden ingot before we can do that. I was sure I had more gold than that somewhere. I definitely don't remember using all of the gold I had. Maybe I went ahead and put it in a different chest. That seems likely. Most likely, if I put it in any, it would have been the one down here. Yeah, thought we had some more. So what we're going to need to do is go upstairs to the thermionic fabricator here. It's already got some glass in there. We might not even need power for this. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll put those in. And we actually get 4 for our money. We don't need the power on because we've already got molten glass in there from previous. So let's go down and do that. Like I said, we do get some spare, but that's fine. So that, where are we? Still some nasty things outside. Farm control, 2 redstone, golden electron, and the block. So that goes there. Redstone either side, and a farm block above. So now we've only got 60 farm blocks left, but we still have these 4, so that counts as 64 in total. So I'm going to put these other bits and pieces in the chest, because we shouldn't need them. I've got a few other bits and pieces that are outside and already done, ready to go. One thing I am going to need is fertilizer. I haven't actually made any of that yet. It's the one thing that I haven't done. But it's easy enough to make, because it's just made from lapis. I think it's just, yeah, forestry for Minecraft. It's this one. Maybe it's not that one. Have they changed it again? Oh, maybe they have changed it. Fertilizer, forestry for Minecraft. Yeah, it is this one. So this needs concentrated compound, which comes from magic bees. Well, we're not doing it that way. We don't have magic bees. Apatite with sand, top and bottom. Yeah, that seems like the ideal way of doing it. Or we can use apatite and ash. We probably don't have an awful lot of ash yet. But we will have some, because we have been running the machines. Let's just go upstairs. Let's see if we've got any ash in these engines. Of course, we've been running the quarry as well, so we'll have had ash from that. So there's some ash. It's not an awful lot. We've not been running these engines much at all. We probably won't need an awful lot of fertilizer. You don't need a great deal of it for peat, but you do still need it. So we'll go over to the quarry. First thing we're going to do, though, is have a quick sleep, because it's night time and I can hear skeletons and all sorts of stuff clunking away outside, and I prefer not to have to deal with any of those. So let's just go over and grab some... well, do we need the sand? I'll take some sand with us, because we've got it as an option. I'll take a block of sand out, a stack of sand. Plenty of apatite. There should be tons of it in one of these chests somewhere. It is blue. Shouldn't be hard to spot. But there again, I do struggle with things like this sometimes. Where has all my apatite gone? Really? Have I only got that 5 apatite? I refuse to believe that that is all the apatite I have. Because I know I've been making it... There we go. I knew I was making a deliberate effort to collect apatite. Most of this is probably going to be used for the... for the farm anyway, so I might as well go ahead and just take these other sand blocks with me. Now, we should have all the bits we need it. There are a few other bits and pieces, but they're already over there. I went and stuck them all out in the chest. I've been doing some work on the actual space itself, where it's all going to go. And I see we still have a creeper here. So let's go and deal with him first. So let's just go and have a quick look at the quarry. I've actually turned it off at the moment because we're burning through quite a bit of peat in the engines, and as I don't really have the farm up and running yet, we don't have a way of replacing the peat easily, except me manually having to keep digging all of this stuff up. If we just go into the engines, we do have some more ash in here. And as you can see, we're getting down there. We're about, I don't know, 6 or 7 levels down. I've dug up that other aqueous accumulator that was here because we're using that now inside the farm block. So let's go ahead, and what we want to do is we want the apatite in the middle. We want to surround it by ash. Yep, that's going to work absolutely fine. And people keep telling me I should just do it that way with left click, but I always forget. So there we go. We've got like stacks and stacks of the stuff already. All of the spare stuff we'll go ahead and put in the chest. So you can go in there, you can go in there, you can go in there, so can the sand. Now what I've also got here is some bog earth, 3 engines, some kinesis pipes, some levers, and some peat. Should be all we need to get going. Now, there's still a few things that I need to fill in here. This little hole this goes off in this direction. This isn't the same hole that leads under the farm. This one is. This is the only side I haven't filled in yet because I was leaving a handy way in and out. Although this is actually going to be the way in and out of the farm once I've got rid of all the dirt blocks and replaced it all with stone or something that looks a little bit better. But we can use this as a way to get down. So what you can see is I've hollowed out an awful lot of it. It's in fact the same size as the farm above. You can see how big this room actually is. These stone blocks are just to give me a way to get up. I might reconfigure this. You can see we have the aqueous accumulator here, which is filling up with water nicely. So we've got the aqueous accumulator with 3 blocks of water, which is what we needed. This central block here is actually... Oh, there's a creeper down here. You've got to be careful in here because there's quite a lot of places where the light doesn't reach. And I don't want creepers blowing my multi-farm up, so we will get some more lights down here. But this block is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This block is 6 by 6. The farm's only 4 by 4 by 4. So it's going to be slightly smaller than this. I'm just going to go ahead and... get rid of these marker blocks. These blocks were literally just put in to give me a sort of a position for where the top of the farm was going to be. So we'll go ahead and get rid of those. We've got a nice little gap at the top. Let me get out of the water there. Okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? First of all, I'm going to hit F7. The reason I'm going to do that, as you can see, is lots of places where stuff can spawn, because I only finished doing this a little bit earlier today, and I'm not going to place these torches anywhere really logical for the moment. I'm just going to put them down in an effort to try and stop stuff spawning in this room. And we'll sort out lighting at another time. So as you can see, there's still a few places where things can spawn. Nothing should be able to spawn up here eventually because we'll have the actual farm up there. But that looks like we've got rid of most of the blocks where things can spawn. There are a few out here, of course, but stuff will be able to get in from outside anyway. So that's that done. So let's go ahead and start with our farm blocks. First of all, we want the valve. The valve has to go on top of the aqueous accumulator. So I'm going to hold down shift so that it doesn't just access the aqueous accumulator. Hold down shift and drop it on the top. Then we're just going to take a couple of our standard farm blocks and we're going to build 1, 2 this way. And put it on the side of the accumulator, not in the water. Another one there. So, what we also need, let's build one on the back of the accumulator. Now we've got that water covered. Let's do this entire row. And then on this side, I think we are going to have the... Not the gearbox. The gearbox is going to go on the back. We're going to have the hatch on this side, which is where we'll put things in and take things out, which we can automate. I'm going to pick... luggage up because he's getting in the way. So the hatch can go there. We want the control on the opposite side. Again, we'll fill the gap in there. And then we want to have... we don't want to fall off because that's going to hurt. Look at that. There's always one tile where the light doesn't reach. So we're going to jump up here again. And we're going to go 1, 2. And I need to pick one of these. Let's go sort of diagonal from the valve. So we're going to go in, and this one is going to be the gearbox. This will be where the power goes in. So there's the gearbox, and then we need to just build up the farm. We've got all of the important blocks in. So this farm block is going to be 4 by 4 by 4. I think they've changed these. I didn't think things used to be able to spawn on the farm blocks. Appears that they can now. Of course, there's lots of stuff up places where things can spawn up here. I've turned those off by hitting F7 again because we don't need to see them. So this is not the top layer. There's one more layer above this, and we should have just exactly the right number of blocks to do it. Now, there is a very specific reason why I've left a gap all the way around. Is the idea is we should be able to see, once we put the last block in, we should get a horizontal black band that goes all around. Sometimes it takes a while. There it goes. There's the horizontal black band, which now means that the farm block is complete. So let's go ahead and take those other stone bricks that I kept. And remember, in order to actually put the farm down, you need to have an area set out large enough for the farm to build on that's made out of the same type of bricks as the farm block. So we're doing everything with stone bricks. So these, obviously if I right click on the farm, it goes into the farm. I'm going to shift right click all the way around, or I can now just build on these blocks and fill in the gap. Now this platform can be built at any level. It can be built on this level with the top of the farm, and it can be built on any level below, but it can't be built underneath the farm. So it has to be built level with one of the farm block layers. I can hear skeletons and things around. Just why I keep turning around if you're wondering why I'm being like overly cautious. Not that a skeleton's going to be a great deal of bother to me, but it's good to keep your eye open. So there we go. We have our farm block. Now we need to go and make sure that everything gets wired up properly. If I try not to die as I jump down here. So we should be getting water absolutely fine because that's coming in from the aqueous accumulator. We need to put fertilizer in there. It goes in this little slot at the bottom. That is nice and easy. Now we need to turn this into a managed farm. And what I've forgotten to do, which was very, very poor of me, is I forgot to go ahead and bring my my circuit. So just for the sake of speed, let's just teleport back to the house, because we need to bring that with us. I brought everything else with me apart from these. It was very annoying. And I haven't got a waypoint set up at the farm, so I do have to run back the old-fashioned way. But we should be able to get all of this sorted out. Just trying to remember how I actually attached the circuit to the farm. Let's have a little bit of noms. Not quite full there. Just it's nice to be able to sprint from time to time. So we need to be able to put that in the farm just to tell the farm that it is doing something else. So let's go ahead and click on the farm. Now it's this thing. Used to be able to go in there. Yep, there it just drops in the middle, and now it is a managed peat bog. What we need to put in here is bog earth, which is made by sand, dirt, and water. We could put some more in there, but we're fine. So what we've got now on the sides, I can't actually reach them because of how I've built this, but if I jump up here, we've got the hatch. I mean, it doesn't matter where we click on the farm block. Wherever we click on it, we still get access to the same information. But this block down here is the hatch where we put... No, this is the control. Where we can control it with redstone. This is the hatch where we can pump things in and out, and then on the back is the gearbox where the power's going to go. So that's what we need to sort out here. We're going to need some of these kinesis pipes. So let's connect one to here to start with. I'm going to jump down, connect the next one, and I'm going to go down one, and I'll probably run along here. I'm leaving some space so that we'll be able to connect up other engines in the future and automate everything, because what we might want to do is we might want to be... Oh, that's wrong. Need to change the way I was going to do this. What we might want to do in the future is automate the transportation of peat into the engines. So we'll have the option to do that. So I want to do it this way. We're going to go that side and that side, and we're going to need the wooden ones. And we want one there, there, and there. And then I'm going to get the 3 engines. There, there, and there. And that leaves room underneath the engines where we could pump the peat in, which we won't be doing that for the time being. I'm just going to have manual switches on everything. So switch, switch, and switch. Now, I did pick up some peat. We've got roughly half each, but not quite. I can hear a skeleton behind the wall. There is still a gap down there behind these walls. So let's go ahead and click, click, click. All of the engines are on. It is becoming night time, so we do have to be careful here. Well, the stuff's going down. Let's run outside and have a look. See what's going on. Probably going to get attacked by creepers and stuff. There's already a spider on it, so he can naff off. How? You take 2 hits from a spider. As you can see, we are starting to put down the soil. I can hear lots of zombies and things around, so just to speed things up, because zombies and things are annoying, again, we'll just quickly teleport back to the house, so I can go upstairs and sleep it off. I'll drop off anything else here that I no longer need. So, don't need that string there. Don't need that spider eye, probably. And let's go and get rid of anything else that we don't need. Those, the gunpowder should go downstairs. They can stay there, they can stay there. It's all good. Let's go and have a sleep. Too far away from the bed, doesn't work. And there we are. Now let's teleport back and go back outside. There's probably still a load of burning zombies and stuff, but that's fine. Wow, looks like there's an entire witch party going on over there. Oh, one of them's just despawned right in front of me. Gonna go in with the old saber drawn though, because witches can be nasty, and so can those cats, those wither cats. That one didn't get a chance. There we go, you've been lightsabered. I got hit by whatever it was, but we survived. Now I've got to try and get back up here. Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. Got ourselves some lovely delicious brains. Some gunpowder, some XPs. So how is the farm doing? There's a skeleton around somewhere. Sometimes it's a little bit strange. On the tiles, it chooses to put the water, but it is working quite well. Now, one thing you will notice about the farm block, if I go over here and click on the farm block itself, is depending on which type of electron tubes you've used in your circuit, you can set these in a different order. So, when you use the soldering iron on an electric circuit, you have a list of four electron tubes, and they represent these four spaces in this order: north, south, west and east. I think it's definitely north then south. It's either north, south, east and west, or north, south, west and east. We've run out of bog earth already. I'm going to have to make some more. Wow. And basically, they always represent compass points. So this farm here, whatever ends up in this top block will be on this section of the farm, because this is the north section of the farm. Whatever ends up in this block will be this section of the farm. Now, the north and south sections line up with the edges of the farm block. So as you can see, where this line is, this is the north section here, and up to here. This one is the south section, here and here. And everything, the other side, including the diagonals, are the east and west sections. But we need to go ahead and make a lot more bog earth because we've ran short. So let's go and do that really, really quickly. We're actually going to need a little bit more of our sand. I honestly didn't realise that that's actually how big the farm was. That is an awful lot of dirt and sand to get through. But I'll just give you a quick reminder of how we do bog earth once again, just for the sake of speed. Let's quickly teleport. Let's go and get rid of the ender eyes, the confusion powder, all the gunpowder, the zombie brains, all of it. We're going to need 2 lots of dirt, so let's go ahead and take 2 stacks of dirt. We are going to need a bucket. We have one here, luckily enough, and it's basically in the craft. Well, fill the bucket up with water first. In the crafting table, let's put the bucket in the middle, and we want to basically do this with the dirt and the sand. I'm going to get this wrong now. It's always the wrong corners I get it in. Did I get it right? Nope, got it wrong. Of course I did. Swap them around. Dirt goes in the corners, and that gives you the bog earth. The only problem with this, unfortunately, doing it in this method, is that you do have to use several buckets of water, so it can be a little bit tedious in doing so. I've got no idea just exactly how much bog earth that we're going to need to completely fill that farm, because I think I just put 4 stacks in there, and it's only done, well, not even 3/4 of the farm, I don't think. So it's going to be a little bit tedious. It's also going to be a lot more tedious if I don't manage to click on this bucket more accurately in the future. It'd be nice if it automatically just put it back into the middle for me, but It doesn't do that, unless there's a quicker way of doing it. Of course, if there is, by all means let me know. And of course, I keep getting the order wrong. It's partially because I'm talking while I'm doing it, but I do keep going to pick... I've done it again, look. I do keep going to pick the bucket up. I suppose we can fill 2 buckets and do 2 at a time. It makes it slightly quicker. So let's do it that way. Bucket does need to stay on the action bar, though. And then we can go ahead and put this in. See if we can get that farm finished. Another bucket of water. Oh, you need to go in the middle, of course. Yeah, I don't think it's really any quicker with 2 buckets, to be honest, because I think I just end up messing it up and making it take even longer. This will probably give us about 2 full stacks. It should do anyway, if the math is correct. So let's go ahead. 1 in the middle. 1 in the middle. And click, click. Back to the middle. Oh, this is tedious. This is definitely a process that needs automating. Now, one thing I haven't checked, and I really should, but I had a feeling that on the old multi-farm, I didn't actually have to put bog earth in. I was almost certain on the old multi-farm that all you needed to do was put in the sand and the soil, and it would make the bog earth for you. I'll have to double check. I mean, obviously it's still working with bog earth, but I'm not sure whether it still works with sand and soil. From what I read, it doesn't. But I could have read bad information, because, you know, that happens from time to time. Let's keep going here. Might as well finish now. I know this is not the most interesting of YouTube television, but as I'm the vast majority of the way there, I might as well complete it now. So there's 1 more, and 1 more bucket of water in there. There we go, that's our last lot of 3 stacks. So we can get rid of those. We'll quickly just run back over. We don't need the rest of that soil now. There we go. I'm just counting as I press space now, so I know that I get up to roughly the right floor. But this will be a very good way for us to start getting the bog earth. In fact, we're going to need to provide it with bog earth pretty quickly, because it's already starting to harvest some of the bog earth as it's turning. So let's go ahead and put in the rest of the bog earth. Now, we do get dirt and peat back. So we do have a way of... you know, recovering dirt. Obviously, sand is something we're going to have to make, but obviously we can do that by using an igneous extruder, and I know there's plenty of you that have been waiting for me to cover that. So we'll do an igneous extruder just so that we can get cobblestone, and we can macerate that to make the sand, and then as for the dirt, we'll get the dirt back from the actual farm. But this should finish filling the rest of it in. One other thing that I would like to say, a few of you have been leaving some really good tips. I'd like to say thank you to whoever it was that told me that you could get string from macerating wool, because I completely didn't realise that at all, and that's such an amazing way to get string, because string is very, very useful. I would have replied to you in the comments, but for some reason there are certain people on YouTube who you can't reply to comments to. I think it's something to do with when your account's linked to Google+, and if you've got your account set to private and all that. So the reply option isn't there, and I can't reply to you. So... sometimes if you do send me a message or leave me a comment and I don't reply to you, it's not necessarily that I'm ignoring you or I've got nothing to say to you. Sometimes I want to reply and the option just isn't there. But the comments are all good. And like I said, I know a fair few of you want me to do things like the igneous extruder, which I will cover. We'll definitely find a use for it. I have one in my old world. Lots of weird sound effects going on. It definitely sounds like there's a dungeon around somewhere. I keep hearing things get dug out. So the good thing about this farm is as soon as a piece of bog earth turns into peat, it gets instantly harvested. As you can see, we've already got... There's another one just gone in. And another one. Yeah, it's all going to start turning now really, really quickly. But there we go. We have an absolutely full... And it puts water in the right places so that it covers all of the required tiles. So there we go, we have a fully working multi-farm. What I can do now is I can go ahead and get rid of this area here. I can scrap this and use it for something else. Obviously, I've got all this peat to dig up. And I can dig up all this peat and put this peat in the engines here. As you can see, we're only down to 14 peat in each of these. Can turn these back on, should probably leave it going. These chests are going to start to get full up. They're already getting quite a bit of stuff in there, including some more apatite, which will be useful. I suppose while I'm here, I might as well pick up the apatite and go and put that in the chest over there. But there we go. Finally, we've managed to get the multi-farm working, and I'm happy enough about that. I guess Luggage can have his freedom again now. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Feed the Beast Infinity, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.